A lot of relationships do not make it because people do not learn how to rebound after a fight. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your girl, Lydia Caesar, aka the Sassy Wife. And today I want to talk to you about how to survive a really bad, nasty fight. Some of my tips and tricks that has helped me survive some pretty bad ones in my relationship. We've been together for almost 9 years. So as you can imagine, we've been through some things. So yeah, here it goes. First, I think it's important to realize that you need to give things time. There's been a lot of people who will say, don't go to sleep angry, talk about it right away. I am not a big advocate of this. I think that when you have a really nasty, terrible fight, one of the best things that you can do is give it a little bit of time so that you all can be apart from each other and you all can think about what actually just took place. I'm not talking about days or weeks. I'm talking about a couple hours, Give it some room. If you need to walk away, walk away. If the argument is just becoming loud, shouting, name calling, and not productive, it's not a discussion or a heated conversation, it's just a fight. Y'all just bodying each other with words. Take a minute, walk away, get in your car, go somewhere. Leave each other for a moment to allow yourself time to think in a quiet space, because arguments are loud, not just actually loud, but they're emotionally loud as well. And you can't even hear what's really going on in your mind or process your feelings when you're in the middle of something that's so heated. Second thing that you need to do is be honest with yourself. And this is major. A lot of times we are in denial about the role that we played in the fight. And this takes maturity. So you must be honest with yourself. If both partners reflect on themselves, we would have less arguments. What we tend to do is we worry about the partner. He's wrong because of this. She's wrong because of this. Okay, maybe that's how you feel, but also stop and think about how you were wrong. If both of you stop and think about how you were wrong, when you come together, you'll have a much more level-headed conversation. Because even if you still feel that your spouse or partner did you wrong, you're coming to the table from a humble place. A place saying, okay, you know what? You did this, but I also did this. So we can both work on things. Okay, that's kind of like a little trick. But it's honest, but it's not like fake. It's real. If you're gonna come to the table with things that you don't like or something that was done wrong, you have to understand that it's always two of you. Always. Within your relationship, there's always the two of you. If you make it to the point of a huge fight, both of you played some kind of role at some point in the argument. So it's very immature of you to come to the table like you need to do XYZ, and you haven't even done ABC. So always acknowledge how you played a role and be honest with yourself. The third tip is to apologize. And I made a video about forgiveness, and within that video I touched a little bit on apology, so I'll touch a little bit on it here as well. Apologies are powerful. Make sure that it is a separate, intentional apology. Don't just throw the sorry in the middle of a fight. Give it a minute, let it breathe, come back and say, you know what, I would like to apologize. Apologies are very healing. They can solve a lot of problems in your relationship if you learn how to really apologize and, eat that humble pie. It's not easy. I'm just keep it funky. It ain't easy. Saying sorry is not easy for anybody in any situation, especially in a relationship. Okay, so I get it, but it is a skill and an art that if you learn, you are a big, bad, bold, beautiful person when you learn how to acknowledge your wrongs and say sorry for them. That is a skill a lot of people do not possess. So I would suggest that you really learn and ask God, ask the universe, ask your inner self, whoever it is that you talk to help you swallow your pride and learn how to properly apologize. So that's third. Number 4, I would say to write things down. Write things down that bothered you. Get your thoughts straight on paper. I find this to be effective for me in my relationship because I can sometimes come back to the situation overly emotional and forget important things that bothered me or something that may affect the relationship in a positive way, letting my husband know how I really feel. Because at the end of the day, getting everything out to your partner is beneficial to the relationship. It's only gonna help. Even if it's bad things, it's okay. But they shouldn't be hidden, and you shouldn't be dealing with them in secret or in silence. So writing things down allows you to keep a level head and get all the points across when you do finally come back and discuss what took place. And fifth, I would say, sometimes it may require you to be the bigger person. If you find that the fight or the fallout from the fight is lasting days, you know, you've gone a whole day, you haven't spoken. It's the second day you haven't spoken. It's the third day you haven't spoken. And we've been there. I've been there. Even if people haven't gone as long as 3 days, for some people their max is a day. There's gotta be a person who's going to break that. And that person should be you, right? So if you're watching this together, I'm talking to the both of you. You should be the one to break the silence. Do this after every argument, these steps. Don't let any argument just happen and then you just start back talking. Because I promise you if you do that, because you can do that, I've done that. We have done that, where we've just moved past it and then it comes back. It may come back a year later, the same type of fight. And you're like, we had this fight last year. And then you think about it and you're like, we ain't even talk about it though. We just let that thing ride on out. And then we had some good sex that one Thursday night and we forgot all about it and it's still here. So my advice to you is always try to have this 5-step process after an argument. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Add to this. Tell me, what do you do to help patch up big, nasty arguments with your partner? And let's help each other, because we can all love better. It is your girl, Lydia Caesar, the sassy wife, and you are to go in love and light.